welcome. My name's Kathy A, and today I'm going to review something I picked up during the Sephora VIB Rouge Sale, which was 20% off, and it's something that I'd been eyeballing as soon as it was released. It is a holiday release from Mercier limited edition, and this is an Essentials color collection from her, and it's actually quite an exciting assortment of stuff. Now, I bought this with my own money and spent $100. It was $125 and then I got 20% off, so I paid $100 for it. It has 12 eyeshadows. Some of them are mattes, some of them are satins. And then when you open it up, you've got a blush, a contour, and a highlighter. And you've got these are cake liners, cake eyeliners. What you do is you mix them with water and you can line your eyes, and it's supposedly better than using just a pencil eyeliner. You also get a regular cream long-wearing eyeliner in black, and you have two double-ended makeup brushes, which are for the eyes. Somewhat useful, not my favorite. This main eyeshadow brush was okay. This tip is supposed to be for the corner crease area and possibly for underlining as well. You also get a flat top brush and a very thin liner, which I did use. So I'm going to demonstrate the whole kit and take you back in time to me just straight out of the shower, and then we'll bring you to here and I'll give you my final thoughts on this kit.
Okay, well, this is definitely a before picture. I have a moisturized face and I put an eye primer on. This is the Mally Perfecting Foundation, and I've really been enjoying this year. I'm putting on the Real Techniques. This is a new limited edition brush that I just came out with. I'm just prepping my face so that I have my base makeup on. And I'm just adding a little bit more. That's a very serum-y style of foundation, so it's very thin and I'm spreading it out quite thinly. It puts a nice non-cakey layer of skin almost onto my skin. This is very awkward watching this. Okay, I've even speeded it up and it's still kind of a long process. Alright, going into the concealer, and this is Tarte Shape Tape Concealer. It's kind of an interesting phenomenon this year. Everybody seems to like this particular concealer, and I've been very happy with it. And I'm just brushing it lightly in. I have a little bit of dark circles. I don't have huge bags under my eyes, but I do have a little bit, and dark circles just a little bit. And I am tapping it in with my fingers as well. I'm just kind of buffing it in with the brush first and tapping it in. Now I'm setting everything with the NYX No Filter Setting Powder. And this is, I think, shade number 2. They have different color shades in this, and they have a translucent, I believe. I'm really enjoying this powder a lot. Now here we go, this star player. This is Laura Mercier's limited edition Masterclass Color Essentials Kit. It opens up. It's a beautiful compact there. You have 12 eyeshadows. Some are matte, some are satin, and there's a deluxe one in there. And then you pull those two eyeshadows apart, and you have in the center, you have a blush, a contour, and a highlight. You have an eye pencil. Where'd I go? Okay. And I'm back. Okay, well, I had to grab the brushes because they had fallen out of the compartment there. There's an eyeshadow brush, double-ended, and then there's a pointed top, and then there's an eye pencil as well. So you basically have 4 brushes with the 2 brushes that you get, and then you've got an eye pencil. I cannot get that eyeliner, long-lasting eyeliner off. It's so funny. Now those 2 are Mahogany and Black Cake Liners, the 12 shadows, and then you've got the 3 face products. So I'm going to start off with the blush. I believe it's called Luscious Nectar or something like that. It is not one of the colors in her actual line, but she does have a similar one to this. It's a very kind of pretty color. It's a very odd choice, I think, for a neutral sort of palette. Now I'm just doing the very corner and underneath my jawline with the contour bronzer shade. It is a slight satin. It is not fully a matte, but you can contour with it, which I have done. It's almost golden, but not quite. Now I'm just gonna do along the edge of my hairline with that same contour. You can see the difference there and how it kind of gives my face a little bit of dimension as opposed to the other side, which is kind of plain. And I'm just adding a little bit to both sides just to give myself a little bit of life glow there. And now we're going into the highlighter, which I believe is called Pink Haze. And it's kind of a chromy golden pink color. I'm just putting it there in the 11s area and just over the cupid's bow and over the top of my cheeks and down in the décolleté area a little bit. Giving you some finger swatches, and that's just with one swatch in the pan. So the blush is particularly strong, so I'm just putting a little bit of powder over the top of that. It kind of tones it down a little. And I think I will show you some swatches here from the eyeshadow so you can see them all. And the one in the lower right actually is the deluxe shade, which is called, I forget what it's called, something to do with space. Anyway, I am starting off with Vanilla Nuts, I believe. It is a light color shade, and it's a matte. So I'm just going from the edge of my lashes all the way up my lid, up to the top, just underneath the brow with that. And I am using her brush for this. Now I'm going into Café Lait, which is a kind of a medium brown. I'm just doing a little bit on the crease and then down. I'm going over straight at the highest point and then down to the edge of my eye, over straight and then down to the edge of my eye. And then I'm going to blend that and blend and blend and blend until it is kind of shimmied out there on the edges and sheared out so it's not so harsh looking. That's one thing you have to do, and we're not always so patient to do it, but it's so worth it. You have to blend it out so you don't see any really harsh edges. I'm using Real Techniques. That is a crease brush. Got kind of longer hairs in it so that it can reach into the crease and it can swish around the color so that it looks nicer. And I'm just spending a little bit of time doing that because the more patience you have with this, the better it's going to look. It's not going to look so chunky and hard and harsh lines. So I'm probably going to dip my brush into a darker color. I'm going into the dark forest green for the corners I've decided on. There is a beautiful dark purple with gold flecks, and there's a beautiful dark green with gold flecks, so I'm doing the dark green. There is a black in this palette, and there are perfect 3 shades of light, medium, and dark in the brown right on the very end on the left. Those 3, 1, 2, and 3, the light, medium, and dark, are the perfect shades for anybody's collection. I think it's just unbelievably wonderful palette. This is definitely one of my favorite palettes this year. Now I've got some VIB Rouge water I saved from the event a couple months ago, and I'm actually dipping the brush into that. She's famous for creating the cake makeup liner and tightlining with it, so I have dipped the liner in water and I have dipped it in the mahogany brown cake liner, and I've created kind of a liner, and I'm just tapping on the underside of my lashes, which can be a little unnerving for beginners, so this is something not for the faint of heart. And I'm just creating a nice line, but it's not an overpowering line. And now for you amateurs, you can just go on the outside, and I just go on the outer third with eyeliners because I don't like to have too much darkness in the center. It really can close up your eye. So Just kind of double checking there on the upper lid, doing the outer third of the upper lid, and I'm going back in with the pointed one, and I'm going back into Café and I'm creating a brow using the powder. I'm trying to keep it so it doesn't droop down. I'm trying to keep it all up. I like to keep everything pointing straight out or up if I can, so that my droopy eyes don't get any droopier. It may look a little dark, but I do brush this out, and I do add a lighter color to soften it a little bit, because I don't want to look like Joan Crawford. And this is another area that you shouldn't ignore. If you've got sparse brows, you really should fill them in a little bit with a color that's pretty much like your hair color. I'm going into the blush and just going along the upper edge of the crease just to add a little bit of sunlight to the outer edges of my eyes. And I'm going into the highlighter just underneath the arch of the brow, just a teeny bit, and on the inner corners of my eye. And I'm going into, it's kind of a silvery taupe color. I think it's called Stone Taupe. And it's kind of a shimmery color. I'm just going in there to merge that with the edge color so that it's not too far off from the dark edges. Now I'm curling my lashes. I'm actually spending 8 to 10 seconds on each side, but I've speeded this up. And I'm just using some Blink mascara. This is a tubing mascara, which even though it goes on like a regular mascara, it looks like you're painting your lashes with color. It actually seals them, a lot like that ice cream, you know, when you put the coating on the ice cream and it seals up like a little plastic coating. That's kind of what these do to all your lashes, your individual lashes. You get little tubes. And I'm just doing the other side. Painfully, you have to watch this whole process. I think eye makeup really takes hold once you start adding the mascara and liners in. That's when you really see the beauty of the eyeshadows. Sometimes it's hard to imagine when you first start out. It's a lot like getting a haircut, you know, you just don't understand when they're cutting it when it's wet and how beautiful it'll look when it's dry. Now this is a clear lip liner, and I do this when I'm using a red or a color that I don't have the exact color for in a lip liner. And I think it helps keep the lip gloss from flaying out. And there's a bright red. That's Lorac Alter Ego gloss. They had a set for $25 that they put out for the holidays, and I love the set. Now I'm putting on false lashes, so what I'm doing is kind of backwards from what a lot of people do. I'm putting the glue actually on the edge of my lashes on the lid, and I'm going to place the lash on top of them and just press it down onto the glue that's already there. And for some reason that works easier for me than putting the glue on the lash and trying to stick the lash itself onto my lid. Now these lashes are something that Emily Noel recommended because she loves them. I think they're 216s from Walmart, their brand Salon Perfect. But I think they make me look a little like Lucille Ball. Very, very vampy looking. I did trim out the last little clump off of them, so they're a little shorter than what they come in the package. And I just press them on over the top of the glue. And there we go, we got the lashes on. Okay, now just to fill in any gaps of skin that show in between the lashes and my lid, I'm just, I wet the brush and I went into the Noir cake liner, which is the black, and I'm just filling in any spots where the skin shows through so that the lashes will look more natural. And once this is done, the face is complete, and we have arrived.
Is the Masterclass Color Essentials Collection limited edition from Laura Mercier. My final thoughts on this kit, I absolutely love it. Were you to buy all of these items individually, it would be $539. I just went through everything on her website and everything in the kit. There's slightly less in the kit than you would get in an individual full size, of course, but there's so much in here that for a fifth of the price, you get to really enjoy Laura Mercier cosmetics. My only gripes probably were the blush was not a color that I'm crazy about. It looks okay, but I think I would have taken a slightly more neutral blush color for this set. And the chromy looking highlighter is not my favorite either. And her highlighters are very expensive. Now I didn't see these exact colors except for the bronzer. I did see that color, but I didn't see the highlight and the blush colors in her collection on full size, so they may be special for this particular collection only. The quality of the shadows is the same as the quality of her usual shadow singles that she sells, and I'll have to say they're all made in the USA. They are not, this is not sent out to some cheap China factory that just churns them all out like a lot of the other holiday palettes we've been discovering to our horror are doing. So I think that this collection with the eyeliner and the two double-ended brushes and just, you know, the compactness of this is really nice. It is a very nice complete set. You still need to have, of course, your own face makeup, concealer, your own mascara, and your own lip product. So I did add in a few of my own things to that. And then, of course, you have to have your own brushes for the face products. They don't come in this. But I think it's a wonderful deal. I think that this is one of the few things I did not return to Sephora. I did return the NARS set, and ironically, the NARS blush is a very similar color to this one. I don't know if anybody else picked up on that, but this color blush is pretty much what NARS had, and they also had a highlighter that was not that great either, and their contour was actually just a bronzer. It wasn't a contour. It wasn't matte enough to be a contour. So I would say out of the two, the Laura Mercier is definitely the winner here, and I'm really pleased. And yes, it's a big price tag, but if you're going to be buying Laura Mercier products, this is a wonderful introduction to her fabulous line. So I hope you've enjoyed my little review here, and I hope everybody's having a wonderful weekend. Thank you to our veterans. Have a wonderful day, everybody. Have a beautiful day, everybody. Take care. Toodles.